Hello, this is Holly with Holly's Joys, and I am doing the final dipping on my patio pets, and this is the concrete mix, and I use a concrete repair, so it's really fine and silty, and it's really lovely. And let me show you real quick. This looks like a kind of a gravy texture, and you can see it. It's like dripping off like you're in a creek and you're at the bottom, and it's all silty and lovely. So I'm just going to grab these. They've already been dipped twice with this white mortar mix. And that just gives the concrete something more to cling on to. And you don't have to do that part. You can just go straight to this concrete mix, but I don't know. I like to do it that way. That's just how it's worked for me, and that's what I'm doing. So that's how they look. Aren't they fun? And I'm going to just set them over here, and of course I'm wearing my protective gear. I've got my old coveralls on so I don't get any of this on my clothing, because it will not come off. So make sure you have your protective gear. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to wear goggles, but I don't. I also have protective covering on the table. I have plastic, and I think it's a painter's plastic that I have down. It just keeps the table from getting completely trashed. And let's see what else. I got a little thing for dipping water here. And I've got a scoop in my mortar mix and buckets, and it's really just common sense stuff, really. So if you want to give it a try at home, I do videos that show you exactly what my products are, but this is a video about the final step on these particular patio pets, and I'm going over them again because sometimes bubbles get in there. And see, you can see right there's a little white spot, and I just go in with my finger and make sure that mortar mix gets down in there. So that is what we are doing today, and I'm just going to keep working until I run out of mix, and then the next time I do it, they'll be in the queue waiting. And I usually have 3 levels of queue. Once I've purchased the animal and I've clipped all the tags and made sure they're going to set up the way I like them to, sometimes I have to restuff them, cut off like scarves or sweaters or whatever the animal might be wearing, just to make it as simple as possible a shape, because the more simple the shape, the better I think they turn out, and they're really cute. Anyway, then I bring them out here and they get in the queue for which ones I am ready to dip, or which ones, you know, inspire my creativity the most. And then I dip them the first time with the tile mortar. And you can usually see quite a bit of the material sticking out after the first dip, just because it depends on the fur too. But it just does. Doesn't quite cover as well as, you know, you would think on that first coat. So I do 2 coats of the tile mortar. And then this is the final step is this, what I'm doing now. And I really like doing these little ones. They're really cute. Here's one of this one has just 1 coat, and you can see a lot of the fur is still visible. So that's why I do 2 on that one. And if you'll notice, I put more than 1 into this tray while I'm doing it too. I just put several in there and just use my hands to scoop it up and just pour it over them and cover them the best I can. Now, if you find when you're finished that there is still places that you missed, I have a small amount that I mix up sometimes, and I use it like to just cover up those little bitty holes that I might miss, because you can't always be perfect with it, right? It just happens. So never fear, that's an easy fix. And that's all there is to it. So this is Holly at Holly's Joys. And I hope you learned a whole bunch about how to make your own patio pets today. It's a great way to upcycle, recycle, reuse your old plush animals. You can do pillows and anything that's cloth and material. And it is fun and interesting. And it's a great way to venture creativity for the day. So that's all I have for you today. Go subscribe at my channel on YouTube. It's at Holly's Joys. And if you want to see some of these finished products where I've painted them and everything and they're all done, they're on Facebook on Patio Pet. And you can go and just go under the picture section and look at all the different ones that I've done over the years. And they're just fun and interesting. And maybe it'll spark something creative in you. And you can go out and, find something fun to do for yourself. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye. Do it.